Hello YouTubers, Cosmic Beta of Texas here with you to show you how to start your microworm culture. What you'll need is clean empty containers with lids, with holes preferably. I use empty beta containers, which I've had better luck with. My culture is in for ventilation purposes. A box of either oatmeal, or I preferably use instant mashed potatoes just because it's much easier in my opinion without having to worry about, fruits and stuff in there going possibly bad. You'll also need established water from your tank, as to if you were to use water from the tap, you'll never know what's in that water that could possibly make it sick. So it's always better just to have, in my opinion, water from your fish tank. Then you'll need yeast or whatever comes with your microworm culture to help feed your microworms. So let's begin. As you can see, I've already poured half a cup of my instant potatoes in my clean container. I will take water from the tank that I have in this half-gallon container and pour it straight in to instant mashed potatoes. Now you don't want it real watery, but you also don't want it real hard either, as to where if it was really soupy or real watery, then you're taking a chance of your microworm culture and the worms possibly ended up drowning and not being too successful. You basically want it as like a paste, or the consistency of baby food. And if you find that it's still a little hard and not too soft, you can always add just a little bit more, which I'm going to do, to the instant potatoes. For those that are just starting out with microworms, you'll want to buy a culture to get started first, and I have the link below in the descriptions on where to order it from. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more, even though I filled it up to another half cup. And just basically you want it to where it's a paste. But yes, the microworms do have a smell to it. The first time that I got my culture almost made me sick to my stomach, just because of how pungent it was. But for their culture, they had oatmeal instead of instant potatoes. So that's another reason why I use the instant potatoes, because it doesn't have as pungent smell to it. So I think I've got it pretty much to where I want it. Just a little bit on the side and get it soft. Alright, consistency of baby food. Now, normally they'll have a little packet that comes like this, and what I did was take the beta treat scooper, and I just take a pinch or two out of here and sprinkle it inside for the microworms to have for food, which I'll show you here in a moment. Now that I have the yeast sprinkled in there, I will take my spoon and kind of spread the yeast around a little bit to where the yeast isn't all in one spot. That way the worms have enough food. Okay, I'll call that it. Now, if you've never seen microworms, here's an already established culture that I'm replacing. The microworms are pretty small. If it'll focus, it may not. I may end up having to put a picture in so that you guys can see what they look like. But they're itty bitty little teeny tiny worms. Even though it's a little fuzzy, those are actually worms that are in this cup. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Maybe, maybe not. We can try. Oop, there we go. All that is microworms. And you'll see those little babies moving in the tank. They don't swim, they just move. So that gives your fry something to eat. Now what I'm going to do is take my spoon and gently skim the top. We're just going to skim the top, get a collection of worms on the spoon. Take it and spread it in your new culture. And like I said, these worms are really, really tiny. And you can see them moving in the spoon. They're really tiny. But they're good for beginner foods for your fry. Starting pretty much from the time they're free swimming to about 3 weeks. Then you can mix it with some baby brown shrimp. And so forth. Or vinegar eels, whichever you prefer to feed them. I prefer to feed mom baby brown shrimp and microworms. Okay. A little more. Alright, I think I'm good. Get the rest off the spoon. Okay, and there we got it. You got your brand new worm culture. Put the old one aside. Then you want to take your lid, close it, and store it at room temperature. Room temperature, generally, I have it set to like 76, and my culture does just fine. But again, I'm in Texas, so if your house is running around 60, you might want to keep the culture at 65. There you have it, guys. This is how I do my microworm culture. Best of luck to you, and thanks for watching. Again, the description for your microworm culture where I purchased mine is in the descriptions. Be sure to follow and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so that you can keep up with my posts. Thanks for viewing.